well. Praise to the Most High, the spiritual team, and most definitely the ancestors. We got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? You know, people want to make me become their problem. Not only myself, the collective, and also you, and also, guess who else? All the people that they feel like they should target. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people really don't understand what's actually going on, and the thing that's going on is a spiritual thing. Before we can get into the physical things, you have to understand that things are spiritual before they actually become physical. And if you want to stop something, you have to understand spiritual, first before you actually be able to comprehend physically. That's why we have a spirit that actually, which is considered a higher self, that allow our physical body to connect, to allow us to understand the combination. They're not separate from one another, but they are identified separately, but they're actually still as one. You know, the biggest problem that most people have with me is being a truth teller and telling the truth about things that they may feel embarrassed or shame of, but in all actuality, it's a good thing where that they can have the opportunity to actually fix it versus be destroyed at some point in their lifetime saying, damn, I wish I could have, should have, would have. You don't want to be that. You already see people who are already doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to really pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. There's so many limitless ways to actually avoid conflict, even the internal conflict that you have within yourself. But you know, I've done a lot of couple shorts. Hopefully people can comprehend those shorts. And I get it, that's why we all have different gifts, so we can help one another versus feel like we separated or we isolated or no one cares for us and so forth. So that's what we've been programmed to believe, but it's not true. What you think if so he, well, how it goes, what if he thinking so is he? So what that means is whatever the male or female think about themselves, it manifests. It's a soul, it's a seed that's sowed, and at some point it manifests, and then they're like questioning, like, why is the situation happening or had happened? And because we're actually not paying attention to our thoughts and also the things that we actually are surrounded. A lot of times we're surrounded around people who actually doesn't have the best interest for us. They pretend, but actions speak louder than words. And when actions speak louder than words, we see the results of others. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important to really pay attention to who you are connecting with. A lot of these people, a lot of situations you're going to have to release and let go of, because it's very important for your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health, and your psychological health. You feel me? People can't stand me, meaning those who fit the category, only because I'm a truth teller. I'm about healing. I'm about harmony. I'm about justice. I'm about the right thing. You feel me? No, you're not going to be perfect. Yes, you're going to have some flaws. You have plenty of time to fix all this shit. You know, I think about, in this moment, I think about my relatives who sit back in the cut. When I say the cut, meaning the dark, and think that the spell work that they be doing, thinking that it's going to do something to me. It's not going to do shit. If it was going to do something, it'd have been done something. Let me give you some game ahead of time. A lot of you guys, if you find yourself not wanting to come over here and be inspired or have something positive for the day or for the week or for your lifetime, just know that somebody's doing spell work to convince you to think that I'm with some other shit. Now, I'm an honest person. Let me tell you the difference between me and a cultist. A cultist is a motherfucker who sit behind the closed doors, meaning behind the scenes. They never show their face and do ill will shit, wicked shit to people that they don't know what's going on. They're trying to figure out, like, why is this different situations happening in my life? And this what make them create this thing to make you doubt God don't love you. God do love you, because God didn't love you, you wouldn't have the opportunity to meet people like myself as a chosen seed or a star seed or any light worker or someone who is of good. It can depend on their title, right? They want to convince you that they know the way. Let me explain something to you. The cult has been around for centuries. Not one fucking time they ever helped anyone. All they ever thought about is they self, and they've been selfish. And a lot of the people are programmed and conditioned. And not only that, they have the doctrines that they actually go by. It's like a robot. Like, how the fuck you have free will, but you giving your free will to other motherfuckers who don't even give a damn about themselves, but you expect them to give a damn about you? It's impossible. It's not even realistic. Along with that, they actually cast spells on the individuals that are in the occult to keep them conditioned to actually be controlled, to actually be under their control. Like, I know, trust me. I'm not babbling. I'm not talking to be talking. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, haters and the real ones. You know, I'm not reading the chat, but I just want to shout you out because what I'm saying to say is because of that, you have a lot of people want to distract you from focus on what's being said. And then you have those who are really in tune that really focus or want to be focused what's being said. It makes me think about the Constitution, right? In this moment. It's like, what the Constitution got anything? Just listen to me. The Constitution says you have the freedom of speech. Now, I've always been doing this since a child all the way up to adult. I always go against the grain. First of all, let's question this shit. Why the fuck do I need your permission to actually speak when God already gave me the vocal cord and the lips and the mind to actually utilize and use it? Like, help me understand this shit. Help me really understand so I don't bow down to no one but the Most High. And as you can see, the Most High is real for those who contradict it. Like, well, I don't know if the Most High is real because I asked for X, Y, Z to happen and it didn't happen. A lot of time, Most High be looking out for you because it's not, you either two ways. You're not ready for it or it's not meant to be. But a lot of times, you've experienced this. If you go back and reflect on it, and also you also experience other people actually going through exactly what I stated. Even with myself, I thought like, why I'm not getting this and why I'm not getting that, because I wasn't ready for it. But it takes preparation. It means you have to change your mindset if you wanted something, like if it's love, better relationship, more finances, or be a better person, have better character, or actually be able to defeat people who defeating you, or it's an illusion that they're defeating you. It's not real. You know why it's not real? Because you have the power within yourself to actually change it at any given time. It's like a bully. A bully only gonna bully but so long that somebody gonna bop him or her upside their goddamn big ass head, and then they gonna settle down. You feel me? Be you. A lot of time people like to dress up and put on many costumes to identify themselves versus just be themselves. Like, hey, let me just put on some clothes and let me talk to the people. Let me express what they should be able to hear. Let not only when I express what they need to hear, I'm going to take heed of what I'm saying. A lot of people may feel like, oh, he just do these things and he don't even do it. I have to do the same shit. That's being a hypocrite according to Christianity. Christianity is what they call it. Don't let me start talking about those people. Not all of them, but some of them. The ones who claim, I'm going to talk about it anyway. The ones who claim that they're right, how come they're struggling to help other people in the community? Why does it take a Sunday when you got Monday through Sunday for people that need some type of form of help? Even if you don't have it at that time, are you seeking the resources? Are you actually doing preparation? Meaning the next 6 months, the goal is to accumulate $1,000. I'm using an example. $1,000 and we're going to help some homeless people, or we're going to actually help somebody who actually needs some food, or a mother that's in the need that has children and so forth, so on, or a man that's in need that need things. You know, men, excuse me. Thank you for the likes as well, man. Thank you for the support. To add that to it, and thank you for those who have subscribed. If you haven't done any of those things, I am most definitely grateful and appreciative of your presence and also your support. Like I said, haters, whatever. I do understand there are people who are actually watching that are in the occult. Then there's also people who are spying. Then there's people who love me and people who don't. I mean, This is my job. My job is to do what I'm destined to do. Yes, it ruffled feathers, excuse me, but at the same time and at the end of the day, it is what it is. Because everybody feathers get ruffled, excuse me. Because in reality, there's things that you need that you have to beg somebody to get. You had to go through all these different things just to get it or be denied. What's the purpose of offering the opportunity or the service if you're not going to give it to everyone or to the person who's actually seeking it? That type of stuff that people overlook. Can't overlook this stuff. And a lot of times people feel like, well, we don't have no opportunity or hope. Your hope is your faith. Your hope is your prayer. Your hope is your words that you speak in existence. It is manifestation, meaning that whatever you speak has power just as well as you giving your power to other people thinking they have power and control and it'll never change. You have to speak against that. We're talking about spiritual warfare. A lot of people are not familiar with spiritual warfare only because they're not in tune. Doesn't mean you're not going through it. You're going through it, but it is programmed, indoctrinated to make you think it's normal. It is not fucking normal to suffer. It's not normal to actually need something to eat and you got a bunch of people walking by you as you don't deserve to eat, or you don't deserve to have a place to stay, or your children don't deserve to be loved, or you don't deserve to have a hug, or you don't deserve to be loved, or you don't deserve to be talked to, you don't deserve to actually be intimate, so forth, so on. It's bullshit. The reason why it's bullshit because if your presence, it's like saying this. You're here for a reason, so why would you not deserve the best? Well, our problem has been is that we have been conditioned to think that we don't deserve love because we had received a lackness in our relatives, family members, relationships, friendships, going to school, so forth, so on. That shit don't dictate shit. You dictate. You have the power within yourself to determine what the outcome gonna be on a day-to-day basis. Either you're going to be a good person or you're going to be a messed up person. It's really simple. There's only two sides you can pick. You can't pick two, meaning that you can't pick both. You got to pick one. And if you do choose to pick two, then you're going to be confused. It reminds me of the scripture that said that you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one and hate the other. That's a factual fact. Rather the fucking devil's real or not. We don't give a fuck if he is real. Fuck him. And those who serve them. Why? Because they don't give a damn about themselves and they don't give a damn about people. And the devil most definitely don't give a fuck about nobody. Look at so many people who have sold their soul and you don't even see them no more. Rather it's on a financial level, rather it's on a love level, rather it's like, damn, 1 minute they was at the top, next thing you know, they're gone. But next minute, you know, they actually eating out of trash cans. Who knows? It reminds me when I was a kid, when I went on a trip when we talk about trash cans, that I had this impression that the United States was so abundant, which it is, that everyone was wealthy in their way. When I say in their way, meaning what they actually put in to receive. When I first time seen a homeless person eat a banana out of the trash can, it blew my mind because we went to go visit the White House, they call it. It is a white building, of course. Let me keep it even 1,000 more. I'm going to keep it 1,000 more. I want you to understand the words that come out of my mouth is nothing but truth and all truth. Comes from the Most High, a messenger of the Most High, a chosen one, grateful to be one. See, the chosen seed can deal without the things that most people can't deal without. Even its isolation from others, even if it's people don't want to be their friends, even if it's relatives that denounce them, meaning reject them. Even if it's people that don't want to assist them. And the reason why we boast about the Most High and the way we prove that the Most High is real, because there's people out here, for those who fit the category, do not help us on anything that we actually need in our life. Not one motherfucking thing. But because we believe in the Most High so much, we're actually granted these things. And the wicked people that sit at the top, which is literally not at the top, they're at the bottom because they cheated their way to the top. And they actually killed a lot of people and hurt a lot of people and siphoned energy, is that they don't like it. And because we are speaking the truth, we are a threat to them because they have a little groupie thing going on. and they like deciphering not only their people energy, but also their birthright, their heritage. Like, y'all have no clue about how many blessings you have abundantly, but because people won't take time to themselves and spend enough time where God can speak to them to actually show them the truth, makes them confused about who's telling the truth. Now I salute them and also hats down because they are good at what they do. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They got power. I respect it, but I'm not intimidated by it. First and foremost, and second of all, I know for a factual fact that they always get dismantled. A fact. It don't give a fuck if they come forward and admit it. You'll never catch them saying, hey, you know what? I was a cult leader, and rather it's male or female, and I want to be honest with you guys that I mislead a lot of people. I did a lot of wicked stuff behind the closed doors, and I can name many different type of wicked things that many people don't have a clue about, that God gave me the vision to actually see. But we're going to make it simple because I know time is a virtue, and you guys are spending a little bit of time with me, and I appreciate it. So going straight to the point is that as long as no one see that they feel in the physical aspect, they feel that they got away with it. But the all reality is that none of us get away with anything, because actually the Most High is looking to see what action we're going to take when it comes down to situation. That's why it's very important to be mindful about our actions that we take, not only against ourselves but other people. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you find somebody that don't want to treat you well, you either forgive them, which is very important, which is you need to do that regardless, but either actually try to figure out if you can compromise things. If you can't compromise and be transparent, leave them where they're at. Because what happens is you'll find yourself actually doing the same thing, which makes you no different than them, which you may can even do it better than them, the same shit. They consider that in Christianity hypocrite. So you don't want to be one of those. I do know a lot about the occult. I actually in the past have been involved with a cult, and when I learned about those individuals, for those who fit the category, I'm not saying all the cult is bad, but you're just taking a high risk for a low reward, because you don't know how people shapeshift. We all can shapeshift. One minute you're happy, the next minute you're not. That's just an example of shapeshifting. And when I realized a lot of those individuals are not healed, they're not consistent with leadership, they're not leading by example, and when they get angry, I even seen them even take their own people out, or people who've actually have contributed financially, emotionally, spiritually, love, so forth, so on. Even I've experienced those things. So I told the Most High that what I was going to do, I was just going to rock it out with him, because first and foremost, a lot of people feel they need a book, respectfully saying this, they need a book to connect with the Most High, but you don't need no book to connect with the Most High. You already connected. That's how you got here. We're not playing these silly games, man. Let me tell you something. Man, I always want to rule people. It's a lot of history that you guys can actually read up on to find the facts. I can remember the Europeans, for example, what they used to do to at that time, they probably call them something else, but we're just going to use the term apostle, preacher, pastor, so forth, so on. What they used to do, they used to kill them when they actually spoke against anything that they had doctrinated or traditionally had done. Along with the women, they used to make the women stay silent, and they used to kill their ass too. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff people really don't understand and know, and that type of stuff still goes on. It don't have to be in the form of physically death, but people can bribe people. People can actually manipulate people and threaten them and stuff like that. So that's how them type of things happen now, behind the scenes. A lot of people trying to figure out, well, what was the whole purpose of Diddy? It was a humiliation ritual, man. He's not giving up anything. How do I know? Because God allows me to see it. He's not giving up those the masters. He's not giving up that. They done asked them give up the let me tell you something they asked Diddy, and then we gonna get off Diddy, because this ain't about Diddy. This is about you. You making a choice. This is all it about. Everybody that's in here, you was destined to be here. What you decide to do with it is on you. You can go in a positive way with it, or you can be resentful and prideful and egotistic and actually block yourself from your blessings, or you can continuously to have the curse. But the thing about Diddy is the ritual that was done was to humiliate him, also make an example out of him, regardless of how much money you have. This thing, they've been messing with my phone too, so I ain't gonna get to stay on here long. But I'm gonna make it short, y'all. But I'm gonna come back. I'm most definitely gonna come back. But to make it short, humiliated ritual to make him either conform even more, not try to help the communities in any form or fashion. Also, that lawsuit that he have in place, I can't say he has in place. They didn't like that, and they didn't like the fact that he was talking about helping the community. And also Diddy being Diddy, who cares about people's sexual preference, what they do behind closed doors? It has nothing to do with anybody. But this is not only thing that happened to him, Bill Cosby, all of them. Bill Cosby, for those who didn't really truly know the truth about that, his land that he was on and the house that he had, it had a lot of gold underneath it, and they asked him to sell it. He wouldn't sell it, so they actually called those charges, rather true or not, who gives a damn, because it's something that he had to deal with the Most High. I want y'all to understand, stay in your lane, mind your business, and make sure that the fucked up shit you doing, that you get straight instead of worrying about everybody else fucked up shit and also speaking on everybody else fucked up shit, because your shit fucked up too. That's love that I'm showing you, versus that you may feel like it's a form of disrespect. Only real gonna keep it real with you and tell you the truth, versus a fake motherfucker tell you, oh man, you ain't gotta worry about that. Yeah, keep doing that shit, man. Do your thing, you know what I'm saying? And nothing stopping you, but nobody's gonna be with you when it comes to you and God at the end of the day when you leave this physical vessel. But we gonna continue this, you feel me? Until then, Olabade Olugbsean, man, I hate that it's happening like that, but yo, they really don't want me to talk to y'all. But I'm making sure so we can get to the point. Blessings to everybody. And you haters, you already know, stick your head in the ground like an ostrich. You feel me? I got bars too, nigga.